We just saw a very good presentation of how this will interact with all aspects of business, whether it's working conditions or rights of women, banning the child in the workplace. So all this is based on our desire to respect, protect, and fulfill human rights and fundamental rights. As an economy develops and grows, the role of the business community starts playing a much bigger role. And all these laws that are coming in, I'm happy to say that particularly the larger business in Pakistan are now becoming more and more aware of the need to respect human rights. As a businessman, I can say very clearly that what I saw just now in the presentation, that is exactly the way the large corporations are now interacting. The challenge for Pakistan is how do we get this to trickle down to the SMEs? It is at that level where, honestly, we need a lot more. It is at that level that we need a lot more work to be done. And at the SME levels, particularly in the very small businesses, that the rights of the workers have to be very well protected. Myself as a businessman, I can clearly say that following all these conventions is good for business. Very, very clear that it is good for business. And I remember the last time when I was in the government in 2000 and 2001, many business people were complaining that particularly Americans and also the Europeans were putting certain conditions as a buyer that you must do the following things before we will place orders on you. And the businessmen were saying, what is all this for? They're just increasing our costs. Today, when I ask the same business people, how do you feel now about those conditions? And they said, we've realized that they're good for us. Good working environment, good respect. So the same thing must be carried on now. The big businessmen have learned. The small have to play a certain role. So I am very encouraged that we're seeing a change. I was at a gathering where the European Union had a seminar on safety in the workplace. Now, some of our businesses are not following all the necessary requirements of a safe environment for our workers. And that type of training, that type of understanding is very, very important. One thing I will say is that a lot of our exports are going to the European Union. And the European Union have done the similar thing where they put it in 27 convention, 6 core, and the rest. And again, the European Union have put these conventions and they give us duty-free access. And in return, we have to follow what I would call their values, their requirements. Now, to me, I don't think it's necessary we apply these things just because the UN has said so or just because the European have stated it. We want to do it because we are a responsible government. And when you have people like Shirin Mazari championing this cause, it makes it all the better. We, this government, wants to respect the rights of labor. We want to make sure that the workers work in a safe environment and that they are paid a fair wage and are not exploited. The larger businesses, again, have started their corporate social responsibility, and that too is a challenge before the business community, that they have to make an environment such outside of their businesses to make Pakistan a country which is getting better, and it's for the citizens of our country. I would like to thank the ministry. I would like to thank the UN. I would like to thank the European Commission, that it is their help, and we, as a responsible government, as responsible people in the business, it is our duty that we make all these rules and regulations to be fairly implemented. I thank you all for giving me this opportunity, and truly thank the Ministry of Human Rights. I will also ask Shireen to look at the idea of a ministerial committee, so we all, the various ministries, can get together and work on this very, very important aspects of our business and our society.